Okay guys, so peak week is fast approaching and I have a plan that I would like to share with you. So let's go over some of the basics. First of all, there's probably 3 different ways that bikini girls can do their peak week. And the first and probably best one is not to really do a peak week. And that is to just continue doing what you're doing with your workouts, continue doing what you're doing with your diet, your water, everything. Just leave it the same. You look great now, don't screw it up. The second option is to, as you're cutting and depleting your carbs, you slowly deplete them more and more as you approach peak week, but it's a gradual process. And during peak week, you'll start to increase your carbs up until show day. And the idea is that you've depleted your glycogen a little bit in your muscle and you want to fill that back up so that your muscles look nice and full during show day. So the typical peak week isn't really geared for bikini athletes, the bikini division. It's for the other divisions that you need more definition, even striation in your muscles, separation, vascularity, they're trying to get their skin as thin as possible and not have any water underneath their skin so it really hugs their muscle. That's not what we need for bikini. So I'll explain what they typically do, or at least what I think they do, and that is Sunday through Wednesday, they deplete their carbs down to basically nothing. They drink a crap load of water at the beginning of the week and slowly deplete it to nothing up until show day. And then the Thursday and Friday, they'll carb load, or they will just be eating as many carbs as they were during like their regular cutting weeks or whatever it was before peak week, so that they restore the glycogen in their muscle. And the idea is that they won't have a lot of water. They probably don't take a lot of sodium. They probably cut their supplements. They're probably not training as hard during peak week because they're so depleted in their carbohydrates and water. I mean, that would make you really thirsty. Maybe increase some cardio. So that brings me to what I'm going to be doing and why I'm doing it. So what I've decided to do is a modified peak week. And what I mean by that is that my water is going to be the same all week. I'm just going to drink when I'm thirsty or whatever, like I've been doing this whole entire time. I haven't been good about drinking a gallon of water. Probably been drinking about 3/4 to a half a gallon of water. Probably not enough, but it's just what I've been doing. So that's where I'm at right now, and that's where I'm going to continue to be all the way up until show day. So for sodium, not concerned about sodium, but as you'll see, as I manipulate my carbohydrates, my sodium will also be manipulated. But it's not intentional. I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to be concerned with my sodium, just leaving it where it's going to be. My fats, I tried to leave the same, which is about a half a gram per pound of body weight, but it's going to go under that just as a result of manipulating my other foods. And I'm purposely trying to get as much fat as I can without it affecting my carbohydrates. So as far as my protein goes, I'm leaving that about the same, trying to get in at least a gram per pound of body weight. And I've been eating probably 30 grams over that for the past few weeks. And before that, I was doing 1.5 grams. So a lot of protein, but excess protein isn't good either, so I'm just trying to get what I need for the peak week. And then for my carbohydrates, I'm going to slowly deplete it up until Wednesday, where I'll have, you'll see. I'll get to the specifics very quickly. And then on Thursday and Friday, what I want to do is bring my carbohydrates almost up to what they were. So that is where I'm at. As far as I don't have specifics on show day. I think I'm gonna have like my eggs in the morning, maybe have oats depending on how they affect me this during peak week, and I'm just gonna kind of take it a meal at a time and just kind of have things on hand, pack enough food, and just see how I feel and just go from there. Yeah, so now let's get to specifics. Okay, so for my first day, which is going to be Sunday, I'm going to wake up, work out fasted, with the exception of my Pre-workout, I'll have 2 bananas and 1 scoop of protein, which is 20 grams, which I'll sip on and stuff. I probably won't eat my eggs until 1 o'clock with salsa. Then around 3:34, I'll have some turkey. Maybe 5 o'clock, have my oats and peanut butter. 6:30, have a chicken salad. Maybe an hour or 2 later, have my potatoes and chicken. And then kind of snack on a Fiber One bar, creatine, almonds, and maybe another banana, and that concludes day 1. But that brings me at 1,400 calories, 161 grams of carbs, 36 fat, 128 protein. Okay, day 2, pretty much the same. I just cut out the oatmeal and the nighttime banana, and that's it. So, and that cut my calories just a little bit. We're at 1,353. My carbs are 123, so it dropped about 40 grams. My fat's 35, it dropped 1 gram. My protein, 144, so I increased my protein a little bit from 128. Okay, so Tuesday looks the same up until my peanut butter, which I added a tablespoon of peanut butter, and also yet Monday and Tuesday I have 2 scoops of protein, and instead of the potato I'm eating asparagus. No longer eating the Fiber One bar, and like yesterday, no banana at night. That brings me to 1,290 calories, 91 grams of carbs from 123. Fat is slightly higher. It's 40 grams instead of 35. Protein's 147 instead of 144. Which brings us to Wednesday, where I am only eating 1 banana after my workout. Still have my eggs and my protein, no salsa. Peanut butter's the same, turkey's the same, asparagus and chicken salad's the same, and then I forgot to mention this, but I'm taking in a scoop of creatine at night as well as after my workout. And that brings us to 1,167 calories, 55 grams of carbs, 40 fat, 145 protein, and this is my last and final low-carb day of the week. Okay, Thursday I get my banana and my salsa back, still sticking to 2 scoops of protein, no oatmeal. I still have my salad. I get my potato instead of my asparagus, and I added in my brownie, my Fiber One brownie, and that's the only thing that changed. I'm back at 1,445 calories, 122 carb, and 43 fat, 147 protein. So I'm going to assess and see how my carbs affect me this day, and then that'll depend on if I fluctuate for the next day. Alright, so the day before the show, I'm cutting out my protein shake just in case it upsets my stomach. Sometimes that happens, but only on occasion. But this is not the day I want that to happen. So I'll have my eggs, my banana, like usual, my turkey, peanut butter, no oatmeal as of right now. And same thing with my, I added asparagus and sweet potato, not just potato. Fiber One bar, all that the same. That brings me to 1,430 calories, 139 carbs. It's slightly higher than yesterday or the day before. 45 fat and 123 protein, so slightly less protein. Keeping in mind that this is all subject to change depending on how I feel and look.
Alright, so to wrap things up, if you're trying to figure out what to do for your peak week, you just really need to look at what you've done thus far. Your workout routine, what you've eaten, how much water you've drank, all of that. Assess your body. Do you really need to make changes? Is a peak week really going to help you? Do you have too much fat for a peak week to help you? Are you lean enough to where you don't need anything? Why ruin a good thing, especially if you're doing it for the first time? So, or if you're just like me and you're doing it for the first time and you're just curious how your body's going to react to manipulating your carbs and everything, then by all means, it's a learning process. So this whole experience for me has been trial and error and just learning how my body reacts to different diets and things like that. So I'm hoping that next time around I'll be on my game and know what to do without too much question, and I've already learned a lot, and so I'm really looking forward to my next competition more so than this one, because I just know that I know what hard work I need to put in I know more of what my diet needs to look like, how much food I need to eat for bulking, what kind of training that I really need to do, because I was really slacking off with bulking and wasn't pushing it as hard as I should have. And I know what I need to do for cutting too. So that about sums everything up. Good luck with your peak week if you're approaching one. And basically my next video or two will be on just like last minute get ready type stuff, maybe a little bit of workout footage, and then I'm really going to try and get as much video footage as I can on competition day and the day before, what times everything happens, what I end up eating on competition day. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.